Just when I thought pocket lights couldn't get any more impressive, these showed up. This is the DMG DASH, and if you're the type of person looking for the best of the best, this might be it. The DASH is different from other pocket lights in a lot of ways. They have an aluminum alloy housing and are IP65 weatherproof, so you can use them absolutely anywhere. Well, except underwater. The buttons are large and produce a nice soft click, and the textured metal adjustment knob has dampened detents and feels very satisfying to use. These lights are so beautiful that you won't want to mess them up, but the whole point is that they're so robust that you really can't. It's a rare thing for me to say, but hands down, there is no other pocket light that's more well built than the Dash. They have internal batteries and can be run at 100% brightness for around 3 hours and can be recharged via USB-C. There's 1/4-inch threaded holes on the bottom and side of these lights, as well as one on the back. The one on the back is also used to connect 4 of these lights into a single larger unit using the DMG DASH Link 4 kit. I'll cover the quad kit more later in this video, but it's pretty much like when the Power Rangers combine into the Megazord when things get serious. The screen is very bright and easy to read, and the responsiveness of the controls is instant. Your typical pocket light uses 2 sets of white LEDs along with red, green, and blue LEDs to create colors. These lights use Rosco's 6-color mix technology, which does have some benefits. This system provides a fuller color spectrum, which enables these lights to more closely match traditional Rosco gels and produce much more vibrant colors. It's kind of shocking how intense some of the colors can be at 100% saturation, and there is a visible difference compared to RGB only lights. The Dash gives you a plethora of modes, including the basic white and color modes, plus gel and source match, as well as special effects. There's also a couple extra modes that are only accessible with the mobile app, which I'll get to. In white mode, you can adjust the color temperature in increments of 50 from 1700 to 10,000 Kelvin. And you can adjust the green magenta tint in increments of 1 from -100 to +100. Tint control is a must-have on colored lights in my opinion, and the problem with tint control on a lot of other lights is that it's not subtle enough. The tint control on these lights is super granular, so even if you adjust it by 2 or 3, the color correction number might change by only 0.1. That means you can more perfectly dial these lights in to match any other light source you're using. Color mode on these lights is like HSI mode on other lights, but there's one thing in these lights that makes it more useful in real-world use. Apart from setting the hue, saturation, and intensity, you also set the base CCT. So if you're using a bunch of other daylight lights in your scene, you can set the base CCT of this light to 5600 Kelvin, and then that way if you're using the colors at less than 100% saturation, it'll blend better with the other lights around. Now, it's no surprise that a light with Rosco tech inside has arguably the best gel mode out of any lights out there. In gel mode, again, you set the base CCT to either 3200 or 5600 Kelvin, and then you get more than 130 Rosco gel simulations. It also lets you make minor adjustments to the selected gel. So you can change the saturation from -20 to +20%, or the hue from -10 to +10. Now, if all those gels aren't enough for you, you can hop into source match mode and simulate 10 different light sources for common setups. That includes green and blue screens, candle flame, sodium vapor, and more. If there's one complaint that I have about the Dash, it's the limited special effects, but there are good and bad things about that. There are only a few special effects to choose from, with some variations, including flickering TV set, candle or fire, as well as emergency vehicles. Some lights have 20 or more special effects, but honestly, in my experience, the vast majority of them are usually pretty gimmicky and not applicable to real-world use. So I, for one, appreciate not having a smorgasbord of mostly useless crap to sift through. It would be cool to see some extra special effects or more customization options, but the ones that it does have are useful and realistic and commonly used on real-world productions. Within the menu, you can also adjust the dimming curves or turn Bluetooth off to save battery life. The front of these lights might look kind of boring, but that's where a lot of the magic happens. The Dash has a magnetic modifier system, includes the ones that you'll use most, and has some really cool optional accessories. Included with the light is a flat diffuser, a domed diffuser, and a grid, along with a gel holder if you want to use actual gels with this light. Unlike a lot of other pocket lights, there are no magnets built into the body of this light, but before you get all crazy, there's a good reason for that. Along with a baby pin mount, you also get a rubberized magnetic mount with a 1/4-inch thread on it. The rubber keeps it from scratching surfaces, and by having it separate instead of built in, you do get more mounting options. You can screw it directly into the threaded holes on the dash or attach it to something like a magic arm for more articulation. Barn doors are not included with these lights, but they are available, as is the very popular dot diffuser. The dot is an 8-inch silicone half-dome diffuser that transforms these lights into a much softer light source. It's perfect for creating really nice eye-catch lights as a fill light or even in-frame as a practical light. Everything included fits nicely into a semi-rigid padded zippered carrying case, so it's just as portable as the light itself. Now, if one dash is good, 4 is even better, and the quad kit makes that dream come true. It includes 4 complete individual dash kits inside of their cases with a bigger case, and it also includes the DMG DASH Link 4 adapter. The Link 4 allows you to easily combine 4 dashes together into a bigger panel when the need arises. There's also an optional snapbag softbox for the Link 4 that takes it up to a 10 by 15-inch light source. It only takes about a minute to attach all the lights to the Link 4, and you can still control them individually or as a group using the MyMix mobile app. The mobile app gives you access to all the same onboard controls as well as extra features like saving and loading presets. Within the app only, you can set colors using XY coordinates, as well as use a color picker to set the color of the lights based on another light or object. In case you haven't noticed already, the DMG DASH is a very full-featured pocket light, but how does the 6 LED system stack up when it comes to brightness and color accuracy? I measured the DMG DASH from 1 meter with no modifiers using my Sekonic C800 and got the following results. With the light set to 3200 Kelvin and the tint adjusted to be perfectly neutral, I got an actual CCT of 3157, a brightness of 290 lux, and a color correction number of 0. I also got a CRI of 96.8 and an SSI versus the tungsten standard of 84. With the light set to 5500 Kelvin and the tint adjusted, I got an actual CCT of 5314, a brightness of 300 lux, and a color correction number of 0. I also got a CRI of 96.4 and an SSI versus the daylight standard of 72. So solid numbers all around, and I have no concern about the color accuracy of these lights, especially with their tint control. Being the astute viewer that you are, you may have noticed the word boost under the middle button on the back. With a long press of that button, you'll enter boost mode, which gives you 25% more brightness at the expense of some extra heat and less runtime. You can also long press the right button to lock and unlock the controls so you don't accidentally change things once they're set. I've tested well over 50 pocket lights ranging from $20 to $400, and there's both trash and treasure at every price point. The DMG DASH is one of, if not the most expensive options out there, but they indubitably, unequivocally, and indisputably cut 0 corners with these lights. A single dash kit is $299, or you can get one with wireless DMX support for $399. The quad kit without wireless DMX is around $1,300, and with wireless DMX, it's around $1,700. I've also heard they're releasing larger kits with a charging case, but I don't have any other details on that yet. So what do you think? Leave a comment and let me know if the DMG DASH looks like the best pocket light out there to you. Links are in the description if you want to check these lights out further, and if you buy anything at all after clicking my links, that's the best way to support this channel at no extra cost to you. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.